Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Words and Beyond. Today, let's talk about some essential things to know on speech and language delay. I'm Hansika Wijesooriya, a qualified speech and language therapist. If you find these videos interesting, please subscribe and share my channel. So, when you notice that your child is not talking enough or your child is having difficulty getting the words out, the first thing that's coming to your head is like you panic and you get worried and you think there's something is wrong with my child. So at this moment, something you can do first is getting your child's hearing tested. So this is sometimes getting overlooked, but if you are wasting your child and your child's time, if you're not getting it tested sooner, and if there is something wrong, if you're not getting it treated sooner, so the child might having neurological difficulty deficit in the hearing, or there is wax in the something temporary like wax or any infection or a fluid in the ear. So this can also cause temporary hearing losses. Like they might have gaps in hearing. Sometimes they hear, sometimes they don't. So if you get it treated quickly, they can hear quickly and they can talk quickly. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is limiting the screen time. These days, having a lot of screen times, excessive screen time has become a huge risk factor in children getting speech and language delays. So limiting the screen times, this means all the screens, TVs, phones, tabs, everything. So if you're keeping the TV on all day, the child is doing something else but still listening to the TV. So this is not a good sign. So they're not learning the language, but they're listening to the screens. They're looking at the screens. The attention is on the screens. So this limits your child speech and language development. So limiting the screen time is very, very important. This is giving children harm rather than good. Another thing that you should know is if you have a family history of anyone having speech and language impairment or any problem regarding speech and language, then you need to keep a closer eye on your child, because it increases the risk of your child having speech and language delay. So keep an eye if you have any problem in the family. So if your child shows any signs, you will see it sooner and you can act on it sooner. So your child needs to interact and engage with peers in order to practice his already learned skills on speech and language. So when they play with their peers, they practice their skills on language, so that it's easier for them to learn social skills, and they also improve in their pragmatic skills. So in order for this to happen, you need to get your child to interact with his peers more often, so they get more chances to improve their skills. So child's nutrition is also a fact that you need to consider, because child needs to get a balanced diet in order for the child's brain to develop, and also they need to get the energy so that they can function optimally. So they can engage in tasks, they can run around, and they can absorb everything into their brains. And the research shows that excessive sugar intake can affect child's attention and also behavior in certain ways. So I think it's important that you limit the sugar intake, so because it affects the behavior, and in turn it will affect the child's language development as well. Because for the child to learn language, they need to keep their attention to the words they're saying, how to use it, where it's being used. So there are like certain things that they need to keep in their mind in order for them to learn the language and also to use the language. So attention getting their attention affected makes them it makes it difficult for them to learn and use the language both ways. Another highly problematic thing for a language delay is use of a pacifier. Yes, I know it suits the child and it's easy for us parents to use it, but it should be temporary. If the pacifier is tucked into your child's mouth, how are they going to talk? They can't. Think of you talking something inside while you're eating. If when there is something inside your mouth, it's difficult to talk. It's even harder for someone who is talking for the first time. So pacifiers, if you're using, this should be temporary. So what I talked about today are things that get overlooked with regards to speech and language delay. So you might think these are very simple. Simple, yes, but these have huge impact on a child's speech and language development. So I think you got everything. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I will answer your questions. If you like to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe and share my channel. Thank you.